I learned that there's a definite power and a beauty in being very vulnerable, but also being very professional at the same time. So families want to see that you are being transparent about your experience, and I've learned to definitely carry that skill into a professional sphere and just in life in general.
No, I'm nervous. I think the biggest thing that I learned throughout this internship was how to work in a dynamic where there's people that have a lot of really big personalities, because I think it can definitely be said that every intern has their own personality and everyone's is very dynamic and exuberant and enthusiastic, sometimes in quieter ways than others, but I think it has been really helpful because we've all gotten to know each other really well and we can play to each other's strengths, but I just think it's really helpful to be able to work in that kind of environment.
Most helpful experience, maybe traveling to Winston-Salem because I was able to see Wake Forest University with Lindsay.
I think if I had to sum up my summer in like one word, it would be eye-opening. I kind of learned how the Office of Admissions really affects student life. The type of students we bring to this campus can really shape and form how the student body operates for 4 years. And it's kind of cool to see the variety of kids we grab.
I learned a lot from the reading the applications. It was really interesting to go through the freshman class that had already been admitted, just reading through what it takes to get into Furman. Obviously, we all did it because we're here, but it's changed a little bit, and it was just really interesting to read through their essays, their extracurriculars, their guidance counselor recommendations, and all that, and then seeing a counselor putting admit or deny or waitlist or whatever, and how that ended up working out in their favor if they actually are here now.
All right, so one of the biggest things I've learned, which I think I can speak for all of the interns, is how to work together in a professional environment while at the same time acting as students, because we had to balance that line between professionalism and kind of having fun and being comfortable with each other. So I think that was kind of one of the big things that will help prepare us after graduation, for some of us in a year and some of us in a couple years. So definitely one of the biggest skills we picked up on.
I think we can all agree that one of the biggest things we learned was being able to talk to anyone. I think we can all talk to a wall at this point, so when there's different families, learning to talk to them and adjust to different styles of communication. Today on my tour, the family, actually both families, were very excited about the Quidditch team, like overly excited, so that was interesting for me. So I don't always bring up the Quidditch team, but when I think it's appropriate, I definitely take advantage of that situation.
Okay. The funniest thing that happened to me out on tour was I was in the library, and I was giving the whole library spiel, and this girl takes out her phone, and I think she was trying to pretend like she was texting, but she took a picture of me, and her flash was still on. And so everybody saw it, and I saw it, and she saw that I saw, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether I should confront her, make a joke out of it, or just keep going. It kind of threw me off, but I kept going, and we just try to move past that.
Well, Claire Garst and I went to North Carolina Girls' Day, which was a time, but on the car ride up there, we jammed out to Beyonce and Destiny's Child. It's a lot of fun. And Allison, oh my Lanta, she loves Somo. Like, she's convinced that Somo is her Caucasian boyfriend, so she's always back in the office singing Ride, and it's the funniest thing. Cannot handle her.
So, getting kind of more on the inappropriate side, Bartley had this funny-shaped banana. It was pretty long and straight, and it caused him to turn bright red and feel pretty embarrassed. Kind of became an ongoing joke.
This is the largest banana I've ever seen.
Yes. I believe the quote was, "This is the largest banana I have ever seen." So, pretty hysterical.
Oh yeah, funny story. One time Lindsay called me autistic, so yeah, that was fun. It was like, she meant to say artistic and it came out autistic.
Oh. Was it in front of people?
No, it was just me and her and Bartley.
Oh.
And then Bartley got really uncomfortable, and yeah, so they thought I was autistic, and then Lindsay corrected herself and said artistic, so we established that now.
Are you gonna miss us?
Absolutely not. that everyone in this office does not understand what being from Texas is like?
Oh my goodness, yes. Like, there's only one chosen land. It's Texas. God bless Texas.
And also, the cherry on top, I just don't understand why everyone in this office just congratulates Jonathan all the time from being from Rwanda.
Like, what is a Rwanda?
Guys, y'all are worse than Deanne.
You're from Chicago? Let me grab Colby.
Hey, Colby, I have a guy who just moved from Manhattan, Kansas. I know that you were over there.
Hey, Colby, I have some from Illinois for you.
Forget it. I'm from Hawaii.
What was the biggest learning experience for you?
Stop filming me. It's not funny. And whoa.
Bye!